welcome. You're watching Info Corona. I'm Rajdeep Sardesai. Our focus as the corona pandemic spreads is on a industry which is finding itself completely devastated at the moment. That's right, the world of glamour, the world of Bollywood hasn't remained untouched either, neither has that of entertainment television. In fact, across the industry, as cinemas have come to a halt, pay cuts have become the norm. Industry experts believe that even actors will have to rationalize their paychecks till things get back to normal. Today on Info Corona, we take a deep dive into the entertainment industry. Let's start off with this special report. Action!
The shadow of coronavirus pandemic looms over the world of celluloid, threatening big-ticket projects and tens of thousands of jobs. With film production and about 9,500 theatres shut nationwide, all film centres, including Bollywood, has come to a grinding halt.
This is a black swan event for our industry as it is for the entire world and not just the business community. These are unprecedented times. We have not seen anything of this scale or this intensity hit our business ever.
Reeling under the crisis, the Indian film industry will reportedly take at least 2 years to recover financially. This is a somber assessment of about a dozen top producers, distributors and actors from Bollywood.
It's not a factory where the machineries are there, raw material is there. You just pull up a button and the raw material is converted into the finished good. Filmmaking is not all about that.
Insiders believe to tide over the crisis, actors may have to take pay cuts to help bring down production costs. Actors like Varun Dhawan and Ranveer Singh are set to charge between 25 to 35 crore rupees per film, whereas leading ladies like Alia Bhatt and Deepika Padukone, insiders say, charge anywhere between 5 to 12 crore rupees for a project. Meanwhile, even after the lockdown lifts, concerns remain about ongoing impact to the industry, including fears of infection, plunge in discretionary spending, prevention measures that theatres may be required to implement, and the employment of thousands of workers involved in Bollywood projects. Meanwhile, shares in India's two largest multiplex operators, PVR and Inox Leisure, have plunged more than 40% from all-time highs in late February.
Now, with the lockdown in place and uncertainty over when audiences will throng the theatres again, a tectonic shift is underway in the film industry. While some filmmakers want to wait for the lockdown to end to release their films on the big screen, many are now keen on releasing them straight on OTT platforms. It could mark a reset for the entire industry.
Bollywood business has been severely hit as several films have been postponed in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Even as many filmmakers have decided to wait out the period and release their big budget entertainers in cinema halls, the key players of digital entertainment have initiated dialogues with studios about releasing films directly on the internet. Amongst the first superstars to contemplate the offers is Akshay Kumar. Industry grapevine suggests that Disney Plus Hotstar is in talks with the actor to procure the release rights of his Eid 2020 release, Lakshmi Bomb. While there's a lot of post-production work left on Lakshmi Bomb, including editing, background music, mixing and VFX, the makers are hoping to have the film ready by June, a month after its originally scheduled May 22nd release. That's not all. Rumors are rife that a digital giant has offered 143 crores to the makers of 83, which stars Ranveer Singh in the lead, and which was slated to hit theatres on April 10th. However, the producers have decided to wait it out and release the film at the end of the year. If things still don't improve, the makers will take a call after 6 months, they say. Directed by Kabir Khan, this sports drama revolves around the historic World Cup victory of the Indian cricket team in 1983. While the team of 83 have confirmed that the film won't release online, filmmaker Shujit Sarkar is keeping his options open for his upcoming film Gulabo Sitabo. The quirky comedy starring Ayushmann Khurrana and Amitabh Bachchan in lead roles was scheduled to hit theatres on April 17th. Indications are that Shujit Sarkar is open to opting for a digital premiere as well. Meanwhile, the Multiplex Association of India has requested all its partners to support theatres by releasing their films in cinema halls after the lockdown ends.
And joining me now to look at the future of the film industry is Siddharth Roy Kapoor, President, Films and Television Producers Guild of India. Appreciate your joining us, Siddharth. The big question, of course, the impact of COVID-19 on the film industry. Give us a sense of how bad it's been.
Thanks for having me, Rajdeep. Well, as has happened with the rest of the country, Rajdeep, it has been devastating for the Indian film and television industry as well. Shoots, of course, have come to a standstill completely. Our halls are closed, and there isn't much sense of when that will resume. Of course, at this point of time, the authorities are dealing with much larger issues. So, this is something that at the right time, I'm sure we'll come to, like, sort of having a discussion around. But the impact, of course, on the primary impact has been felt on the daily wage earners, unfortunately, because of the fact that they were really dependent on shoots for their, really, I guess, for their livelihood. And the film industry has come together, and I'm very proud of the fact that, we've all come together very strongly at this point to make sure that we can do all we can to alleviate the burden. But if this continues for much longer, then it will be a very tough situation.
While the big-time film stars and producers, Siddharth, will possibly survive the crisis, is there a roadmap, as you said, to help those daily wage earners, technicians, makeup artists, spot boys? Are you telling me that Bollywood has taken the responsibility for them?
Yes, there are. As the Producers Guild of India, with various other associations, we have set up funds to be able to help the daily wage earners. That's something that we've all stepped up and are doing. And that, I think, is the least that we can do as an industry in this time.
While the film business has come to a halt, OTT platforms getting bigger and bigger, viewership numbers spiking exponentially. Do you see that that's the future, the Netflix future, that Netflix could be the future for a long-term consumer-based shift?
Rajdeep, I think it is, it is obvious that the viewership of both channels like yourselves as well as the OTT players has spiked at this time. But I dare say, I do believe that when, there's a cure or a vaccine, hopefully, in the next 12 to 18 months, we are social animals and we enjoy watching our movies in cinemas. And I'm quite sure that our audiences will throng to the cinemas once again. Of course, the type of movies that audiences will come out for might now be even more sharply defined. And that was a change that was happening in any case. You had the big blockbuster entertainers and you had the high concept movies, which were the ones that you had audiences coming to the cinema halls to watch more and more. And I think that trend will only continue. But I dare say, I think this is a temporary blip. It is going to be unfortunate for the short to maybe the medium term, but in the long term, I'm quite sure that the cinema going experience is not something that's going to go away.
But there is talk of releasing films on OTT platforms. Do you see that actually happening, at least in the short term, that let's release our films if they're almost ready on OTT platforms rather than wait for cinemas to open up?
Well, at this point of time for producers, unfortunately, because there's no light at the end of the tunnel in terms of knowing when the cinema halls are going to reopen, that there are definitely producers who would be considering whether they should be taking their films to an OTT platform first. But I would imagine that the larger blockbuster films that were slated to release, in the last few months and in the next few, will ride it out for a while, because they do believe that they are big ticket experiences, that those films have been made to be watched with throngs of people, and they would have the staying power to be able to hold it out for a while. If there's no answer to when cinema halls will reopen in the next 2 or 3 months, then I think more and more you'll have these producers scratching their heads and trying to figure out whether they should be looking at a direct-to-platform release.
Siddharth, there's been talk in recent times of, 300, 400 crore clubs, the bubble which Bollywood lived in. Do you believe that it will recalibrate itself to function in a world where box office collections, cinema hall footfalls may not be a certainty? Are we going to see a fundamental reset?
I think we should look on this as an opportunity to be able to reset the economics of the business to some extent, because it had become a bit overheated over the last few years. And I think we can take this as an opportunity for all the stakeholders to come together to say that we do want to make movies for, the theatrical window. If we do want to do that, given the fact that there is going to be some reticence from audiences over the next few months to even setting foot in a cinema hall, let's lighten the burden in terms of the sort of budgets that we're making these films for, and let's have the money on screen rather than not on screen. And I think this will be an opportunity to recalibrate, and we should take it.
What is the road ahead, though, in terms of film shoots, production units, managing social distancing norms? Has a roadmap already been prepared as to how shoots will take place in the future?
No, Rajdeep, that's something that we're very actively working on right now. We're taking the help of medical professionals as well when we're putting the guidelines together. So while we don't know when that would be, we want to be ready and hit the ground running as soon as we realize that the time is now right for us to be able to start shooting again. There are various types of units. You've got smaller units. There are television shows that could maybe resume faster because their units will be smaller and more controlled. But when it comes to the large-scale units for scale shots and for larger films, those ones might take a little more time to resume. And of course, they will resume under conditions that are definitely going to be very different to what they were earlier. As you said, social distancing, there being tests being taken to see if someone is symptomatic or not. So while the cost and the time taken to shoot might increase in the short term, these are all steps that I think we will have to take as an industry if we want to resume.
Siddharth Roy Kapoor, pleasure having you on the show. Thanks very much for giving us a sense as to where the film industry stands in dealing with the COVID battle. Thank you very much. Now, amidst the crisis, all production houses in Mumbai are shut, with TV as well as film production suspended since March 17th. While the biggies of the entertainment industry possibly won't hurt much, the struggling artists are really struggling. Take a look at this report.
Abhishek Gupta has been in Mumbai since 2005. He lives in a single-room kitchen accommodation in Goregaon West, for which he pays 12,500 per month. By working for 7-8 days in some episodic serials like Crime Patrol or Savdhan India, he was able to pay his rent and carry on with his life. But since the closure of the shooting, it is the heavy rent that is stressing him out.
पिछले 3 महीने में जो हमने काम किया है इक्का दुक्का, तो प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस बंद होने की वजह से उनका पैसा मिल नहीं पा रहा है. अभी शूटिंग बंद है और जैसा कि लॉकडाउन की वजह से अंदेशा है कि आगे भी शूटिंग बंद रहेगी. हम कोई काम नहीं करेंगे तो उसके बाद कब काम करेंगे, कब पैसा आएगा, तो किराए का पैसा कहाँ से देंगे.
P.R. Tripathi, also an actor, lives in Andheri 4 bungalows area in a single room. The rent for that one room accommodation is 12,000 rupees. According to P.R., it is months after their work is done that they get paid.
हम एक्टर जब आज काम करते हैं तो उसका चेक 3 महीने बाद आता है, और अभी जब से ये लॉकडाउन घोषित हुआ है तब से हमारे पास कोई काम नहीं है. काम नहीं है तो पैसा भी नहीं है, और पैसा नहीं है तो हम जिस जगह पे रहते हैं वहाँ का रेंट भी नहीं भर सकते हैं.
Coming to their rescue, the Maharashtra government has instructed landlords and house owners to defer rent collections by at least 3 months. There have been no television or film shoots that are being undertaken since March 17th. All the production houses are shut, And because of the nationwide lockdown, everything has come to a standstill.
So while the struggling artists continue to struggle, what about the big badshahs of Bollywood? What are they up to during the lockdown? Let's take a look.
Some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry came together for a digital concert, I for India. A one-of-a-kind online concert to raise funds for the frontliners working around the clock to contain the coronavirus pandemic in the country. While Amir and Kiran belted out a duet,
किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Shah Rukh sang a peppy number.
लंदन से क्यों आया, सोचते सोचते 3 बज जाएगा, छोड़ना यार, सब सही हो जाएगा, बाकियों के मसल्स बढ़े जा रहे हैं.
Priyanka Chopra read out a poem.
हवा से बातें करें, यार दोस्तों से जप्पी शप्पी, रिश्तेदारों में मटर गश्ती करें, पर रुकते हैं, पहले रूठी हवा को मना लेते हैं.
Akshay Kumar spoke about the Corona warriors.
आज तुम्हारा दिन है, हवा में उड़ लो, कल हमारा दिन होगा, तुम्हें ठोकरों से उड़ा देंगे. आज कैलेंडर पे तारीखें ठहर गई तो क्या, वो दिन भी बीते हैं, ये दिन भी बीतेंगे. हम पहले भी लड़के जीते हैं, इस बार भी लड़के जीते हैं.
Gulzar dedicated a heartfelt nazm.
ज़मीं हम जानते हैं गुड़ की ढीली है, बड़ी मोहलिक हवा उतरी है इस पर, इसे घुनना लगे हटकर जरा सी देर ठहरो, धूप आने दो, उठेगा आफताब, छानेगा किरणों से इस मोहलिक हवा को.
Badshah and Ayushmann gave a musical performance.
लगदी तू क्यों दूर रहा, अखियां चो वग पया, दिल में लगाना तेरे नाल.
The concert raised over 50 crores for the fight against coronavirus.
अरे सुन रही हो, वो मेरा काला चश्मा कहाँ है? डार्क ग्लासेस मिल नहीं रहा है.
A few days ago, Amitabh Bachchan released a short awareness film titled Family. Directed by Prasoon Pandey, Bachchan led the film featuring celebrities of different age groups and regions from various verticals of the Indian film fraternity.
Hello? Oh, तू मुझे फोन क्यों कर रहा है? मैं तेरे पीछे हूँ. तू मुझे बार-बार फोन क्यों करता है?
वो अंकल का काला चश्मा नहीं मिल रहा. तूने देखा कहीं?
हाँ, देखा था. फिर मैंने ये ले.
भैया मछली मैं दे देता हूँ.
तुम छोड़ो, मैं दे दूंगी.
अरे भाभी,
ये लीजिए.
अरे यहाँ
पहले एक बात क्लियर कीजिए.
थैंक यू.
काला चश्मा अभी क्यों चाहिए आपको?
ये धूप का चश्मा मुझे इसलिए चाहिए था क्योंकि अब मुझे ये चाहिए नहीं. कुछ दिनों घर के बाहर तो जाना नहीं है ना, इधर उधर पड़ा रहेगा तो खो जाएगा तो फिजूल में आप सब लोगों को ढूंढना पड़ेगा.
And while all film productions remain shut and hangs in limbo, Bollywood stars may be missing from the big screen, but most of them are now very visible on social media. Kareena Kapoor Khan, who joined Instagram little over a month back, has been sharing pictures of her lockdown life with her son and husband. Sara Ali Khan and her brother Ibrahim shared pictures of their younger selves. Katrina Kaif posted snippets of her workout regimen, followed by fun takes from her kitchen. Shilpa Shetty and her family expressed their newfound love for social media with fun posts. Alia Bhatt shared a picture of a virtual chat session with a girl gang with a caption, "Alone Together."
Life then in Corona times for us. We have for you on this edition of Info Corona. Don't go anywhere. News and updates will follow after the break. You're watching India Today. Back in a moment.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.